What's up everybody, I'm Alan and welcome back to We Should Grill. We're so glad you're here with us today. And look, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that button right now. Hit the likes, hit the notification. We really appreciate your support. Today we're gonna make something awesome. We're gonna make something that was brought famous by the golf course at the Olympic Club down in San Francisco. They saw a need to be able to make a hamburger that was good for a golf course. The Burgerdog. So we're gonna make that here today. They made it because they wanted to make something that everybody wanted, but it was a little bit more portable and on the go, something that was easier to eat and easier to handle while you're on a golf course. And look, we are huge golfers, so if you haven't seen that, we've got a channel for that too. It's called We Should Golf. You should go check it out. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is make these burgers. And as usual, we're gonna use good 80-20 hamburger. That's the best hamburger in our opinion to make hamburgers because it has that good fat content. It just helps bring that flavor out. So one of the things that's going to be key here is when you're making these is you're going to make them so they're going to fit in a hamburger or in a hot dog bun rather. Now we're going to be using some hoagie rolls, which are just plain white hoagie rolls, so they're going to taste and liken themselves to a hamburger bun. But we have to make them. We have to make these patties so that they fit on that bun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll this out in my hand. Now one of the things that's going to be important when you make this is if you squish it too thin, it's probably going to break when you try to cook it, when you try to spread it out. So as you can see here, I'm gonna make it kind of look like a sausage, sort of kind of. But we want to make it flat so it cooks all the way through. What you don't want it to do necessarily is just look like a hot dog or a hamburger that's been rolled up to look like a hot dog. It's more of a flat, you know, kind of a Wendy's style looking hamburger. Gonna just kind of do that here. Now remember, like all hamburger, it's gonna render down when you cook it. So if this looks a little big right now, you know, keep in mind that once this cooks, it's gonna really shrink up and it's gonna fit right inside that bun perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make both of these because we're gonna make two today. Myself and Jake are each gonna have one. We both actually like them a lot different. One of the things about these is you fix them up any way you would your normal hamburger. You know, I'm a cheese kind of guy, Jake isn't, but we're both bacon. You know, we got lettuce, tomatoes, onions, pickles. Jake likes himself some barbecue sauce on his burgers. I'm more of a, you know, old-fashioned ketchup, you know, mustard kind of guy. But any way you want to make them, you know, grilled onions is another good one. I've seen people actually stuff these with stuff inside of them. I'm not sure if I want to go that route because I'm concerned that they won't get cooked on the inside as well. I think just topping them like you would a traditional hamburger is going to be the way to go. Okay, so got these all shaped. I think those are going to be good to go. So see how that one's breaking apart right there? Going to go make sure that those are mended together so that it doesn't fall apart when I go to flip it on the grill. Now, speaking of the grill, so traditionally when we've made hamburgers or things like this in the past, we've used our Weber propane grill, which is quite honestly has been fantastic. We've had it for I think 5 years. I think Jake got it for Father's Day. It has been used literally hundreds of times. But as you know, if you haven't seen our previous video, I just got a new Recteq 1400 XL flagship pellet grill. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. And this is actually the first time that I've used it as an actual grill and not as a smoker, which is the things that we've done in the previous videos. So we're kind of excited, kind of see what's gonna happen here, and you can be with us for that. So now that I got these shaped, I'm gonna go ahead and get some seasoning on there. Now look, again, pretty traditional here. Like to go with some just straight up Lowry seasoning. Now look, you can put anything you want on here. You know, some salt, pepper, garlic, you know, anything that you want. I'm just like the traditional flavors, but you can spice these up however you want. Okay, watch this fancy trick. Oh, look at that. Okay, my fancy trick, that one like that. All right, got those all seasoned up real good here. All right, so let's get these out on the grill and get them cooking. Okay, so we're out here at the grill and I got it preset to 425 degrees. It's been cooking along here for about a good 15-20 minutes, so it's nice and hot. And I tell you what, I can't wait to get these on here. I'm really looking forward to see how the grills and how that smoky pellet flavor is gonna make these burgers taste great. I'm sure they're gonna be awesome, so let's get them on. And I'm using my handy dandy Blackstone flipper. All right, so these are gonna take probably just about as long as a normal burger would, maybe a few minutes longer. I don't think that the pellet grill is gonna cook nearly as fast as a propane grill, but probably 6-8 minutes or so is what I'm expecting. So we'll be back, we'll flip them over 3-4 minutes from now just to make sure they get cooked all the way through, get some grill marks on both sides. And I tell you what, whenever I have a hamburger, it makes me think of summer. Here we are in the middle of August, and people are, oh, it's like summer's winding down. You walk into Target and they've got school supplies already. Not a big fan of that. But for us, it's really the middle of summer here in Oregon. This is when the weather is really good, the weather's really great. And look, like I mentioned earlier, we're big golfers. And I tell you what, I would love to go play at the Olympic Club where this burger got invented. Probably not gonna happen. It's a lot like Augusta, but hey, Olympic Club, if you're watching, you want me and Jake to come down there and just prove us wrong and let us go ahead and golf on your course. We'll eat one of your burgers. We'll bring one of ours. U.S. amateurs at the Olympic Club this week, and we've been watching that. We're really excited about that. It's kind of nice to be able to, watch the amateurs. These are the up-and-coming stars. We just finished watching the women's amateur, which was actually some of the best golf we've watched all season. Seeing them being out there, because they played in Bandon Dunes, which is kind of a local course for us here in Oregon. It's, even though I've never been there, it's like 4 hours away and I've never been there, but Jake's been there a few times. And it's just kind of, it's interesting to be able to watch on a course that you've been to or you're familiar with. And as amateur golfers, although we're never going to be as good as them, I know I certainly won't be, it is fun to watch amateurs compete on TV, on famous and notable courses. It just kind of makes it more relatable for us everyday golfers. And again, talking about this Burgerdog, it is really important when you're on a golf course to have something portable, something that's a little bit more on-the-go style. Trying to eat a big old hamburger that's just dripping everywhere like a Carl's Jr. commercial does not work on a golf course. So this was a brilliant idea for them to make one that you could hold like you do a hot dog. You can still cover it with all the toppings and everything that you want, but it just makes them so much more manageable. So what a great idea. Speaking of portability, honestly, this works great at home too, especially if you have kids. It's just easier to hold. They got smaller hands, not just much dripping, ketchup and mustard on the couch kind of thing. So really it's kind of cool. And honestly, it's a hamburger in a bun. So I think the shape, and I'm confident the shape isn't going to take away anything from the flavor. It's more of an aesthetic thing, so it's really going to be great. So I tell you what, let's take a look at these because it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. I just want to see how they're progressing here. Oh yeah, see almost the redness gone off the top there. Not a big deal, but I don't know if you noticed how I actually turned those over. I didn't try to scoop them up and flip them like you would a traditional hamburger because they're not. Instead, I just kind of got underneath them and tipped them and rolled them over, much more like a hot dog as far as that goes. Just a quick tip so you don't make a mistake or have a tragedy or a disaster when you go to make these fine hamburgers. So these should only take maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes. They're fairly thick. We've made smash burgers, which is our most common type of hamburger that we make. They cook incredibly lightning fast. So I'm gonna let these go just a little bit longer. And quite frankly, the pellet grill doesn't have that super hot char like a propane grill does. And I'm actually pretty fond of it. You don't see all the flames and the spark up and all that stuff shooting up when the grease and drips down onto the grate. I actually like that, and I have a feeling that these are gonna have a much nicer smoky flavor to them. I put hickory pellets into the grill, which I hopefully it's gonna add some more flavor to it. And I think the little bit longer that they're gonna take to cook is really gonna add to that flavor. All right, so it's been about 6-8 minutes or so. We're definitely gonna pull these off. We actually let ours go a little bit longer. We're both big fans of well-done hamburgers. I'm not sure how anybody can do a pink hamburger, but look, you cook however you want, but we're definitely going for well done today. Boy, they look awesome. All right, these are looking amazing. So let's get them inside and get them all dressed up the way we like them, and then let's get to eating them.
All right, guys, we're back.
We are back. And you know what? So at the beginning of the video, when we were showing you all the stuff we were gonna do, we were talking about this being a Burgerdog, and we showed you the hoagie buns that I bought. I will take credit for that.
You will.
Okay, these hoagie buns are sliced, not open up like you would hope that they would have been. So this is...
We have a backup plan.
We have a backup plan because this would have been just like an oblong hamburger, and the whole idea was to show you the portability of it. So we went ahead and grabbed, because I bought them, you know what, I think I must have known.
Yeah.
Because I bought hot dog buns as well, okay? So here we have a hot dog bun.
I'm gonna get a close up on
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I probably would have made these hamburger hot dog a little smaller had I known we were going to be using these hot dog buns, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to dress these up just like we would a normal hamburger. I'm a cheese guy on my burger, so I'm going to set that on there.
Cheese is for heathens.
You know what? Cheese, I mean, what good is a burger without cheese, man? I mean, come on. And the other item that is required on all burgers is bacon. So I'm going to put a slice of bacon on there. And you know, Jake, he's a barbecue sauce guy, and as you can see, he is using absolutely our new favorite barbecue sauce.
Well, this is the original competition. I haven't tried this one
yet.
The Op X is our favorite, but I'm down to try something new.
The bottles look the same, so.
The Op X is a little bit sweet. It's got some vanilla in it, and I don't know that would have been my choice for a hamburger.
That's a good point anyway.
I'm okay trying something new.
I'm more traditional. Again, I'm gonna go with ketchup and mustard, good old-fashioned French's.
Love it.
And Portland ketchup, because this is actually very, very good ketchup. Not anything against your Heinz or anything like that, but the Portland ketchup is really good.
Can't
put a little bit of that on there.
A burger dog, hot dog, really, without grill or without onions. I actually prefer.
Is it a hot dog?
It's a burger dog.
Burger dog.
But
okay.
you can't have a burger, in my opinion, without onions, and you also can't have a hot dog without onions. So.
And I'm a pickles guy for sure.
Put a pickle on there, and I usually would go bacon, but the problem is that I don't know that I can fit anything more on.
So I laid my bacon and my cheese kind of like that.
Well,
and I'm gonna.
Yeah,
We're gonna see if this actually stays together structurally.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with some lettuce because I like lettuce on my burger.
Some on here too.
I think that's kind of commensatory. Go.
So needless to say, make sure that you buy the big hot dog buns for like more of like a Polish dog situation.
Yeah, like an outdoor.
Because
roll.
we're rolling with the regular Hebrew national dogs, and it's holding up.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a mouthful.
And if you already have hot dog buns, just make the burger portion a little bit smaller. So
Yes.
here we go.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know if
not even able to close
mine
that.
structurally is. It's appealing visually. Here, look, folks. Look how appealing this is. Get it right there.
Make sure it gets into focus. There we go.
Look at that, huh? We'll see if it stays together, though. That's going to be the question. All right,
We'll
here
see
we
if
go.
you can even fold it.
I'm going to give him a bit.
We're going to get some great meme footage of you putting this in your mouth.
All right.
Cheers.
Uh-huh. Tastes like a hamburger. It's actually really good.
We forgot napkins again.
We
Classic.
did. We always do that. We always forget the napkins.
Classic.
At least we're consistent. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you what, Lowry's on burgers is the way to go, folks.
Very good.
If you haven't, that's how you should try them. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's great. You know what? This bun's doing great. It really is. Look at that. Lettuce, not so much.
I did light toppings. You went heavy on them just because of the bun situation. So the meat is really good.
It's good. Don't talk with your mouth full. That's what Mama said.
I love the actual taste of burger in a hot dog. I wish my golf course that I play at locally would get this on the turn.
Yeah.
So you could actually do something like that. We do Snake River hot dogs is usually
Which are
the
really
go-to.
good, by the way.
Yeah, those are usually the go-to. But I've always been a beef guy over a pork guy, and I know there's all beef hot dogs, but
Technically, all beef is probably up to
what is a
interpretation.
hot dog? It's like 10% anything by law.
6% anything by law.
Yeah.
We won't talk about the other 6%.
Yeah, we know what's in.
Everybody's heard of that.
At least we like to think we know what's in ground beef.
Yeah.
Especially because
What part of the beef?
yeah, for the most part, we buy our ground beef from a local farmer.
Yeah.
I know this was from Fred Meyer. Or,
Correct.
Yeah,
Fred
so,
Meyer, yep.
So just grocery store stuff. But for the most part, the beef that we eat at home is from we buy a cow every year and a half or so, and
Yeah.
we put it in the freezer and go through it. So that stuff's real important to me, and hot dogs kind of give me the.
I love them.
I
like
do too.
All varieties.
Costco hot dogs. I actually just had my first Costco hot dog
Those are really good. They're
about
clutch.
a month and a half
Yeah.
ago, which
Yeah.
is shocking.
Yeah.
I've had thousands of pieces of Costco pizza, if you can't tell. But yeah, overall, this is really solid. What do you think?
I think it's great too. I mean, I think the portability, even if it was oversized like this one ended up being, it's still better than a burger because as you can see, nothing's dripping down and falling out at the bottom of it. I mean, I don't care how good you are at eating a hamburger, inevitably it's dripping down your fingers and everywhere. And what you don't want is ketchup and mustards on your fingers
Well,
when you're trying to hold a golf club.
It's important to note too, that doesn't mean this isn't juicy. This is very juicy. I mean, if I squeeze it, I'm gonna get juice everywhere. And as somebody that golfs as a habit, I mean, it's just, at this point, it's not even a hobby, it's a habit. I have a golf habit. Having something like this that I can eat on the 10th hole, not get everywhere, not get my glove all dirty, not get my hands all sticky and greasy. Right now I'm doing Uncrustables, which very clutch, very underrated golf snack. But
again, handheld.
Yeah,
portable.
Handheld, portable, bun, like that's all you're touching, that's all you're coming into contact with. But this would be a better option, protein and probably health-wise.
Yeah.
Than an Uncrustable that's got 70 grams of sugar in it. I know, Mr. Carb
Takes
Counter
you back
over
to
here.
your takes you back to your childhood. So look, kind of as a wrap-up summary, the purpose behind these originally from the Olympic Club was to make it portable, easy to handle, on the go, because when you're out on a golf course, you're moving around, you want to be able to set it down. If you're riding in a golf cart and it's bumpy, for all those reasons, it's a great idea. Next time we make these, because I know that we're going to make them, I think we'll get the bun situation settled a little bit better, and that's okay too. You know, there's nothing wrong with
mistakes happen.
Going on the fly, right?
Yep.
The taste is fantastic. Tastes like a traditional hamburger. It is really good, actually. So that's the part that matters.
Clearly, I'm going to house this whole thing.
Yeah, no, he's down, and I'm kind of talking still, which is okay. So look, guys, for on the go, even at home, if you got kids, great idea, easy to handle. If you're having a get together and you got people walking around your house, you want them to be holding something that they're not getting everywhere. This is really a great idea.
I would say also a little bit easier to cook than a hamburger. Especially on a propane grill, you have to manage those things, man. You got to be on top of them. Flare-ups happen, all sorts of stuff. Like it can get a little stressful for that 5 or 10 minutes. Same with smash burgers. Smash burgers are great; they're my favorite, but it's definitely an all
hands on deck.
All hands on deck situation, especially if you're cooking more than one. I can also tell you that my daughter would absolutely love the idea of a cheeseburger being in a hot dog bun.
She would laugh her head off.
She would laugh. So it's like a total kid thing, like backwards day. I know we did that as a kid. We'd have backwards day where you'd have dinner for breakfast and breakfast for dinner and all that stuff. So this would be a great entry into that level of stuff too. But overall, like this is one of my favorite things we've made on the channel yet.
And the flavor is good. You can taste that smoky flavor opposed to just grilling it hardcore on a propane grill. It did take a few extra minutes, which I think is fine. I think that actually lends itself to cooking for larger groups anyway. And I think it would stay warm a little bit better. Hamburgers just are so fast, so quick. They get out, they get cold.
This is the second hamburger I've had on a smoker. My buddy made one for me in Texas on a Traeger, and it was fantastic. And I've been telling you,
I know
we need to try burger.
And here we are,
burgers on the grill. And it's very good.
So the Recteq worked out great. So look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe button now. Click that notifications button so you can see all the great content that we have coming here in the near future. And always, folks, we know that we should grill, so should you.
Very good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just going to sit here and watch you since mine's gone.
Bacon, pickle, cheesel.
What's not to love?
It's still good.
What's not to love?
It's still eating after the camera's off means it's good.